everyone, today we're diving in one of the most crucial skills for academic and professional success, that is reading comprehension. We'll explore a strategy that more than enhance your comprehension, it enriches your learning experience. The strategy we are focusing is active reading. Active reading isn't just scanning words in a page, it's more than that. It involves several key steps. So, the first step is preview the title, the subtitle, the headlines, or maybe all the emphasized text that we can find in our book, in our article, or something that we are going to read. For example, today I'm going to use this book. It's from Roald Dahl. That is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Maybe most of us know this story and we already seen the movies that are in there. But remember that always the book is different from the movie. For example, we can start reading the title that is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Maybe we don't know the story, but what can influence about the title? We know that maybe they are talking about a child, or maybe a boy, or maybe a old man that is working with a child. We don't know, but we are inferencing that we are talking about two persons, and the most important, the chocolate factory. So we can maybe deliberate that the book is about chocolate. Also, if our book, like this one, have drawings or maybe our article have images about what are it talking about, we can inference something with the images and the drawings. Now that we already inference something with the title, with the first images that we have in here, we can start with the first maybe reading. So for example, here's make us some introduction, giving us the characters and the most important, their appearance, because maybe sometimes we can get the appearance from the characters, and that's something important for the reading. So now that we already make some inference with the title, now let's make inference with the most important words that we can find in our text. For example, in here we have here comes Charlie, and we have these words that is very old. In the next page we find also very old. So what is telling us? Maybe the story is about two very old people that live in a house, that live with someone, that are important persons in the story. So continue. For example, we have Charlie, and we also have Charlie in the title. So for example, maybe we can infer that they are talking about Charlie. We don't know, but let's go and continue. Now, see that, as I mentioned before, these have drawings. So we can find more drawings. This look like a house. Also, we can find, for example, these words, this side, and the other, this side. And then we can find that they use the word awful. So maybe they are talking about that difficult situation in their house. Also, we can find horrible, empty feeling. So maybe they cannot eat very good, or maybe we can start talking about why they are awful, why they are talking about an empty feeling, and finally we can find chocolate. So if we continue, we can find pure torture. So we find awful, we have an empty feeling, we have a pure torture. So what are they talking about these feelings? And well, there are some important words that we can find in our reading. So now, with these words, we can start thinking and questioning ourselves about what is talking about this. So we make a question: why are they talking about an empty feeling? Why they have in a drawing their house, maybe? So we can make maybe two questions. So who is Charlie? Where does Charlie live? And who lives with him? So for the next step, we can underline some important words, some important information that we are going to find in our reading. For example, as I mentioned before, we can underline the words that are already emphasized by the text, and this led us to make more inferences. And for example, we already make questions, but also we can make maybe in here we can write. For example, they are talking about their family, for example. Their family. That is what I can inference. Even that I read this book, I already forgotten. So, for example, here I wrote, they are talking about their family, for example. And in your reading, you can make this too. For example, you can find important words or maybe some words that you don't know, and you can write in here. For example, if you don't know what means awful, you can write in here and then go to dictionary and search what means awful. Oh, and so on. So, for example, this is the next step. Underline the words that are important or maybe you don't know and make your own predictions. Also, for example, before you read, you can make, as I mentioned before, predictions, maybe causes about why are they talking about something awful, or maybe they are in problems, or maybe why are they talking about a horrible empty feeling. So maybe you can write in here, maybe they don't have enough money. They don't have enough money. So now that you already wrote this one, you are going to do this activity with all your reading. This one for start to previewing what are we going to find in our reading. Now, for example, we make questions, we make predictions, we make some underlining, and now we're going to start reading. For example, let's start with this first chapter. Chapter 1. Here comes Charlie. These two very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. For example, now we already know who are these ones. They are their parents of Mr. Bucket. But who is Mr. Bucket? Let's find the answer. And we find again, and these two very old people are the father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. This is Mr. Bucket and this is Mrs. Bucket. Mr. and Mrs. Bucket have a small boy whose name is Charlie Bucket. Well, now we already know they are family. So we have grandparents and we have parents, and now we have Charlie. So let's see what Charlie is. This is Charlie. How do you do? He's pleased to meet you. He's pleased to meet you. So The goal of this family, the six grown ups, count of them,